Ah, my fibber. I see that you have taken my advice. Spotify playlist? Mathematics homework? Very good. You have learned well from my class on daily demonry. Ah, BTS's Answer Love Myself. Not the song I recommended in class, but still one that is fit against our enemy. Full with words your client cannot understand, but with the message, I should love myself. As I always teach you, we would always want our clients to love themselves. Of course, make sure it's the right kind of self-love, the kind that puts oneself above all else. For example, make sure that his daily self-care routine is more important than honoring his mother. That way, your client cannot do what the enemy designed for him to do. Those horrid commandments to love the enemy and his agents. I also see that you have chosen mathematics as a form to distract your client from the enemy. Good choice. The beauty of mathematics, as I always say, is that it is relevant enough to daily life so as to make the clients think that they are productive, but just abstract enough so that they feel intellectual. All this is just to tire them out so they won't even pause to think about purpose or existence and, dare I say it, God. Hopefully, all this will be enough to occupy his mind so he won't be seduced by that foul agent of the enemy, Hannah. You see, Fibber Boy, your client fancies himself as an agnostic, whatever that means. These, for us, are the best kind. Why, you ask? Well, simply because they are indifferent about the enemy. See, even as demons, you and I simply cannot deny the fact that the enemy exists. Even saying it makes me shudder. And that his existence actually affects us very, very much. But these agnostics, they may think that God exists or not. Either way, they like to think that they believe in everything, but actually they believe in nothing. Because when it actually comes to worshipping our enemy, they don't bend their allegiance to him. All this talk about respecting all religions only works to the favor of our Father below. All right, showtime. He's deciding what to do tonight. Let me see. Netflix, play Mobile Legends, study some more. They all work to our advantage. So long as his mind doesn't venture beyond the present. Maybe this time, let's convince him to study, eh? Wait, who is he speaking to? Oh my Jayden. Not her. Not Hannah. Why does this little twat have to keep talking to him? Deep breaths. We just need to make sure that they don't talk about God.
So, Jayden, did you think about the question I asked you the other day? The one about how we are under the influence of Satan.
Oh yeah, I did think about it the question you asked the other day, but I don't know, Hannah. I think all this demon stuff is quite weird. I mean, it's cool in the movies and all, but how do you even know it's real, right?
See what I just did there? I appealed to his logic. Well, at least, what he thinks is logic. It's basically just independent reason, where these humans think that so long as you can't see and touch something, it's not real. Humans are so gullible.
Just because you can't see something doesn't mean it doesn't exist, right? Just think about it. Can you touch mathematics? No, right? Does it mean it's not real?
I mean, maths is maths, right? But demons, they are from storybooks.
Yeah, that's what they want you to think. They're a lot smarter than that. Remember how the devil works? Like I showed you that day. Ephesians chapter 2 tells you how we are all spiritually dead and enslaved to the power of the evil one. So we need someone to save us from that power, to set us free from all of the lies that we have come to believe in.
Wait, what lies? What do you mean?
Oh, for one, we don't believe that we are spiritually dead. We think that we're in complete control of our lives, of our destinies, when we're really not. So the Bible explains how we were once walking in sin when we followed the course of the world. Like when we choose to chase power or our career or money, or when we give in to our desires when we feel like it, like sex, drugs, alcohol. Sometimes it can also be as innocent as just wanting a comfortable life without God. So whenever we live for what we want rather than for God, that's when Satan has won.
I abhor these agents of the enemy. You really have no control of the things they say.
Wait, so what are you trying to say, Hannah?
Okay, tell me, Jayden, what do you live for?
I don't know.
Really? You don't know?
I mean, if I have to think about it, I guess maybe my studies, my friends, or even football.
So you do live for something. More than one thing, actually.
Yeah. Wait, is that wrong? I mean, it's pretty normal, right?
I mean, you said it yourself, right? Basically, you're not living for God. The problem isn't that you have a normal life. The problem is that in your normal life, you still don't worship God. It's like you're living in this world that He created, and He made you to worship Him. But you live as though He's nothing lah. He doesn't even exist.
Well, I mean, I do acknowledge His existence. Like, God is there. He does exist. And like what you told me the other day, God, this high being, He wants us to love our neighbors, care for others, and that's what I'm really trying to do. I'm not so crazy to think that I'm the only one in the universe, that the world revolves around me, right? But I care for others too. And I try to make the world a better place. So yeah, isn't that a good thing?
Yeah, it is a good thing. To us, at least. But to God, what is good, or what He really wants from us, is for us to live our whole lives for Him. You see, you have to understand that God is the creator of the world. He created you. He created me. But we just want to do our own thing. So even when you say that you acknowledge Him, you only acknowledge Him as much as you want to. And that's why He's so angry at us. And that's why we will all face His wrath in hell one day. But the good news of Christianity is that God sent His Son, Jesus, to face God's wrath on our behalf. He walked to His death on the cross so that we can do the same. So that now we can finally fully live for Him, like God originally designed for us to do.
Okay, that was a lot to take in. When you say we should live for Him, do you mean I'm supposed to quit uni and become a priest?
It depends, Jayden. If you come to know God, will it change your life? Yeah, it would. So it doesn't matter whether you stay in uni or not, whether you become a priest, or just however you choose to live the rest of your life. As long as it hangs on the most important decision you will ever make, and that is, will you follow Jesus?
Wow, that does make some sense. And I can better see where you're coming from.
Hannah, you nasty little... Now, I know you're panicking, Fibber, and I must admit I lost my cool there for a moment, but watch and learn, young one. You see, Fibber boy, as demons, we must always have a backup plan. Work with your client's strengths, in this case mathematics, and his weaknesses. I didn't tell you, but there is this other key element that I've been working hard on. I have been developing Jayden's love for Zoe.
Hey, Hannah, this conversation has really got me thinking about some things, and I really thank you for your time. We could go on, but I just got a text from Zoe, and she says she needs my help for maths, homework, and we are going to go on another call right now, so I'll see you next time. Bye!
Can we talk about this tomorrow, please?
Now, before you know it, he'll forget all about the conversation he had with Hannah. He'll forget that we exist. And that's exactly what we want him to do. Good job, Fibber. Good night.